Okay, good morning, everyone. We're going to get right into the stock market charts. I'm going to point out in this video, it's kind of a opening market video. I'm going to just point out kind of the key levels and charts that I'm looking at. We do have we have some Fed minutes coming out at 11 Pacific time today, so that might be a catalyst for something. On a quick note, guys, I am going to be leaving today to go to Nashville, and I won't be back until next Tuesday. Now, the market's closed next Monday for Memorial Day, so I just won't be able to put out any videos after today for the remaining of the week. So sorry about that, but I'll be away on vacation. So all right, so let's get into the charts, guys. Drop me a thumbs up if you guys are finding value in the content. I continue to put out these videos on a daily basis, really trying to point out trade ideas. And the key is I'm looking for ideas that haven't triggered yet. I'm looking for opportunities to show you guys where there's potential to make money. Oftentimes I try to set up the trade setup before the trade triggers and then give you an idea of how the trade might play out when or if it does trigger. So if you guys find value in that, drop me a thumbs up. I do appreciate that for everyone that's been with me for a while. Thank you. And then also if you're new and you're interested in learning this, more than just watching kind of daily videos, you want to actually build a skill set that you have not, had, or if you're tired of maybe losing a bunch of money. I can't guarantee anything, but again, I can guarantee that I have put together many, many years of my experience and knowledge into a course, and it breaks down the course into separate concepts to really help you understand how to compile your own trade ideas. So if you're interested in that, then check out my course. I priced it affordable, so it's a good value, I believe, and I have a lot of happy students who have taken the course so far. So thank you for anybody who has taken it. Let's get into the charts, guys. Triple Qs. All right, so looking at the daily here, this is tech sector. Not a lot's really changed. If you look at the daily here, basically we're just trading kind of on this level, 285.80, and nothing's really changed, especially this week. We've had a couple whips below that level, but we keep popping up and recovering it. So there are some buyers here for sure. When I look at the hourly chart, something that really just stands out to me is the fact that we just continue to build bullish divergence. So you'll see here that this divergence here on the RSI and the PPO, we really start kind of the divergence right in here. But we continue to build that divergence. So each one of these lows has been a divergent low. That tells me that we're primed for a bear market rally. Doesn't mean we're going to get it today or maybe even this week, but we're definitely primed for it. So we want to watch for that, the potential for a bear market rally. On the daily chart here on triple Qs, we have a bullish falling wedge pattern that's been building. So the bear market rally, if you wanted to wait till the top of the wedge, yeah, you could get that. We might trade up to that 318 area. To me, that seems like probably the extent to which this rally could run on triple Qs. But, I just don't see anything yet telling me that we're going to get that rally right now. But I don't think there's too much more downside. There might be a brief little whipsaw down, but I'm not exactly sure how much more downside we have here before we start the rally. We might just chop around. And that kind of seems what's going on over the last couple of days. A couple charts I'm looking at, AMZN, all right, Amazon, all right. If you look at the weekly, but it shows on the daily as well. Big support, which was former resistance right there, 2030, all right. So you can see all the tags of resistance, and we fell right to that level. So that's key support. I wouldn't expect that we just break right through. We might have a brief little whip through it where we just break down and then recover. But I think that's likely going to, this should hold the support. So if it doesn't, we continue to break down, then obviously there's something else going on. And we might have, some more kind of crash action. But as of right now, we're at kind of a key level of support. And this is a big component of triple Qs. Okay, so definitely want to point that out. We have some bullish divergence really that's been right there on the RSI, and it's not there on the PPO, but definitely at support. And, I'm looking for this to kind of hold. Small caps, all right, the small caps, IWM, we hit major support, and which was my price target at 170. So again, I've been talking about this price target for months, all right? And we continue to stay short, even though the rally, you know, there were little rallies, for the most part remained short. And we hit our price target. So that, to me, is likely going to be the near-term bottom. You know, I think we are due for a bear market rally here. So unless we take that level out, 170, that's kind of, we're basically right there at support. Big bullish divergence been building in the RSI right there. So we continue to make lower lows in price while momentum is moving higher. And it's even there really in the PPO because we have kind of an equal low right here. And we much lower low in price. So equal or higher lows in momentum. So kind of a flat trend or an uptrend in momentum while price continues to drift lower is divergence. All right. If you're curious, you know, about this concept, I break it out in my course and really go into detail on how this, you know, how to read this. So take the course. Again, I think there's a lot of value there. Link in the description below. Semiconductors SOXX. Again, we have this range of support. I've had it marked out for a while, but it's right there, 388.60 down to about 383.40. And you can see this is where we're holding so far. So we've hit support here as well. And just, you know, we're chopping around, kind of grinding around over the last few days, but we're still holding that kind of key level of support. So again, the point that I'm trying to make is there's a lot of stocks, major kind of market moving stocks, as well as sectors and indices that are at support. So it's really hard to be aggressively short here when we have some bullish divergences that are building. We're at major support. We just need that catalyst. So maybe that will come on. We could have a kind of a quick little flush down move and then a reversal, or we could have some sort of news event, maybe the minutes from the Fed today. Looks like we're primed for a bear market rally, okay? So that's just all I really want to point out. Let's look at some individual stocks. Netflix, all right? This one's just primed to break out. It doesn't, you know, we're just right there at the edge. And you can see here on the hourly chart that we have this downtrend to watch, and we keep getting rejected. So there's a rejection, and right here, we're just keep popping above it, but it's not impulsive yet. So we don't have a buy signal. So we need to see impulsive buying. It'll show up. You'll see it. Will spike. But we just don't have it quite there yet. But the other thing I want to point out is big bullish divergence on this one. This one's very, very strong divergence. If I can get my tool to work right here. See that momentum, how it's moving up here? So price continues to drift lower while momentum continues to build to the bullish end. All we need is that breakout or that buy signal. They keep popping it above this trend line and kind of fading it down, and it's just not impulsive enough. But if we get that, we should have a pretty substantial, strong rally in Netflix. So definitely an opportunity. This is a nice setup, a bullish setup. I like it long on the breakout of this trend line. Just don't have it yet. You know, yeah, we're there. We're above it now. I need to see that, you know, what they like to do is they pop it above. This is the market makers. They pop it above, and it's not impulsive, and then they sell it back down, and they keep creating these little whipsaw signals. So what we want to see is a breakout where they pop it above, and then it just kind of holds, and then boom, it gets impulsive and starts to, you know, they really start to bid it impulsively. That will be your buy signal, so keep an eye on that one. Okay, Roku. So I took a long on this yesterday, and I pointed it out as a potential long setup. Again, downtrend line right here on the daily chart. You can see this is support right there, and here we go. Yesterday we just hit it right in there. So I went long right there. That's objective, all right? It doesn't mean it's going to work, but it's low risk, high reward potential to go long there. So went long. Obviously that worked out so far because you can see the buyer stepped in, we bounced off of that, and we've rallied. So really just since that entry right there, we've rallied almost 9%. Just in a matter of 2 days. So this thing's a powder keg. It could, you know, obviously run a lot higher. Looking at the daily chart, we have this bullish falling wedge. So it's objective to go long as you tag this, or if you get a breakout here above this downtrend line. A bullish breakout above there should set us up for a move all the way up to about 138.50, right in there as the first level of, you know, resistance. So that is a trade setup, you know, and I continue to like it, although we don't have, you know, one way to play it is if you buy it down here at support, maybe it rallies up to the trend line, you could exit the long there and then wait for the breakout, you know, the next buy signal to break this trend, and then buy back into it and see if you can get it to run up to this resistance level. Okay, this one, bullish divergence, building really for a while. It's been building all the way since here. On the RSI, and the PPO, yeah, it's been building since about back here, but clean bullish divergence right there. Bullish falling wedge pattern, bullish divergence. It was at support. Again, it's everything I need for an objective long, and that's why I went long there. Okay, again, guys, the other one that I did to go long is Amazon. So again, I kind of pointed that out. I just bought it right here this morning at that major support zone, 2040. Okay, so that's objective to go long there for a trade. Where do we go? Well, I think we could head all the way back up to this 2740 area. Again, if you look at the daily chart, then that is basically right there. And that was kind of former support right in there. So, and that would be a gap fill as well. So that's kind of the near-term target, just, you know, taking a shot to the long side here. Okay, gold. So here's gold bullion. You can see this morning they're kind of smashing it down. We'll look at the hourly chart. But again, we're just right in that area where now it should hold support right in here. So nothing's technically changed. If I go to the daily chart, this is our bull market trend line right here. We'll probably know by the end of the week what this is actually going to do, but this is starting in 2018. There's your bull market trend line, and they broke trend. They're popping it above. And then today they're kind of making it look like it's a whipsaw. I suspect we hold right in here, and we kind of hold this trend line, 1850 range, and the buyers step in and we continue to rally. So I like the miners in this area. I think we have the potential to start the next leg higher in the bull market. The bears basically see this as a break of the trend line, a sell signal, and then a back test, and we should fail. All right. The bulls see this as a break of the trend line and a recovery. So this was a bear trap. So you have to kind of determine which camp you want to be in. I'm right now going to stick with the bull camp. And if that changes, I'll let you guys know. Zen, this is a potential short trade. Of course, if we do get that bear market rally, then Zen is probably going to run up and do some back testing of this trend line right here. But here's what I want to point out. So on Zen, you have a big uptrend line starting back in 2016. There's your support areas marked out. So that kind of defines your trend line. Battled with it here. Big breakdown in a sell signal yesterday. We also had some horizontal support right about 90.80. You can see, yeah, that this kind of extends out to here. So that's your pre-COVID highs right there. But zooming in, we basically broke that support level as well, 90.80 yesterday. Today, we're below it, and it's running right into that as resistance. So that's resistance. That's objective to short right here. I did short it. Now, again, if we are going to get a bear rally, maybe we'll break back above here and do some back testing. We even have the potential for this to be a bear trap. But as of right now, we have a sell signal. We're back testing into resistance. It's objective to short here for the next leg lower. Next profit target on this one, I don't see any support till we get down to about 73.20. So that's what we'd look for the next move down. Okay, that's all I see so far this morning. So thanks, guys. Drop me a thumbs up on your way out. Check out the course if you're new or if you haven't done so. It's valued and priced appropriately. So I think you'll find a lot of value there. And I'll probably put out an end of the day video, but again, I've got to fly out of here this afternoon. So if nothing really changes, I won't. I'll catch you guys on Tuesday. All right, take care.